Study Guide to Tsgt October 1st, 2023 72. Section 13E. Fosters Inclusion. 13.27. Organization Culture Climate. Every unit, business, or organization has a personality, temperament, and unique environment. Organizational culture is a way of describing an organizational environment. Dynamics within an organization are often driven by the way individuals behave based on perceptions of the organizational culture. This inherent system of cultural expectations and learned behaviors can greatly affect how well organizations perform. Leaders can be particularly effective in aligning the environment with employee needs when they understand the organization's culture and climate. 13.28. Leveraging diversity. Our work environment today is more diverse than ever. Diversity is a military necessity. The USAF team is comprised of military, civilians, and contractors. USAF capabilities and war-fighting skills are enhanced by diversity among military personnel. At the core, diversity provides collective strengths, perspectives, and capabilities that transcend individual contributions. USAF personnel who work in a diverse environment learn to maximize individual strengths and combine individual abilities and perspectives for the good of the mission. Our ability to attract and retain a larger, highly talented, diverse pool of applicants for service with the USAF, both military and civilian, is a strength that will impact our future force. Diversity is about strengthening and ensuring long-term viability to support our mission. 13.29. Respecting individuality. The skilled leader deals effectively with all races, nationalities, cultures, disabilities, ages, and genders. In an effort to acknowledge the richness and benefits of diversity, we must increase awareness of individuality and expel stereotypes. Stereotypes regarding age, experience, background, or perspective are detrimental to organizations. Stereotypes ignore individual strengths and contributions and exploit generalized characteristics. The setbacks these issues cause are not only to the organization, but to the individuals within the organization who would otherwise contribute to the success of the mission. The workplace has no room for such stereotypes. Appreciate differences. The challenge is to incorporate everyone's talents into a cohesive and optimal workforce. We must recognize that people are vital to an organization's success. Leaders can find themselves dealing with a workforce ranging from 18-year-olds to those with 30 or more years of experience. Consequently, we need to understand the motivations and interests of this diverse workforce. What sparks interest and passion in one person does not necessarily ignite the next person. Effective leaders take time to recognize what excites others, leverage their talents, and cultivate a work culture that recognizes and appreciates different perspectives and approaches to solving problems. The USAF attracts people from every aspect of society, culture, and social status, none of which are under a supervisor's direct control. Although supervisors cannot change someone's inherent characteristics, they can change how they lead people as a cohesive team. Foremost, leaders must create a hospitable climate that promotes respect and inclusion. This will reduce dysfunctional tension and increase team productivity. Study Guide to Tsgt October 1st, 2023 73. Establish common ground. The first step in leading a diverse organization is to form a common ground or a shared set of assumptions to form the framework within which to communicate. The common ground is the organization itself, the vision, goals, rules, regulations, processes, and procedures that govern what the unit does to achieve mission requirements. Clear guidelines improve communication, reduce confusion, provide purpose, and define desired outcomes. A team must have a clear sense of direction to prevent mass confusion with everyone going in different directions. Everyone's experience and background should be considered as a unique resource. Diversity of experience and background allows diverse ways of perceiving and resolving problems. Managing workforce diversity can result in higher productivity, improved performance, more creativity, more innovativeness, and reduced stress. Giving emphasis to diversity without threatening our unity is the proper way to strengthen the ties that bind a team together. Industry studies have consistently revealed that heterogeneous or diverse groups are more innovative than homogeneous groups because they view improvement opportunities from multiple perspectives. Managing diversity is determining which differences matter in enriching a product or service. Productivity is an outcome of respect and inclusion. 13.30. Contemporary motivation. Contemporary motivation is a simple, three-phased approach to motivation. This approach states that people can be in one of three levels of commitment to the organization: the membership level, at the lowest end, the performance level, or the involvement level, highest level. A person's level of commitment determines how motivated he or she is to accomplish the mission. The more committed a person is to the organization, the more involved he or she will most likely be. Supervisors can help ensure the proper rewards are provided so individuals can move to, or remain in, a higher commitment level. 13.31. Organizational norms. Similar to recognizing employee commitment levels and organizational culture, organizational norms can affect employee motivation and behaviors. Understanding that norms exist can help leaders address and determine how to adjust organizational norms that can, in turn, align employees' motivations on a behavioral level. Positive norms support the organization's goals and objectives and foster behavior directed toward achieving those goals. Norms that support hard work, loyalty, quality, and concern for customer satisfaction are examples of positive norms. Negative norms have just the opposite effect. They promote behavior that works to prevent the organization from achieving its objectives. Negative norms are those that sanction criticism of the company, theft, absenteeism, and low levels of productivity. Employee motivation and organizational norms. To be effective, operational managers, leaders, and supervisors must learn to instill positive norms to properly motivate airmen. If a military member's behavior does not support positive organizational norms, the supervisor needs to determine the underlying reasons. The individual's behavior could be a result of unmet needs, a result of discipline problems, or both. Areas that affect the dynamic culture between employee motivation and organizational norms are covered here. Study Guide to Tsgt October 1st, 2023 74. Organizational and personal pride. Organizational and personal pride norms are associated with an individual's feelings of identification and sense of pride regarding the organization. Positive norms lead individuals to see the organization as his or hers. Negative norms are reflected in a we versus they attitude toward the organization and its goals. Often friendly competition among military organizations can help units become better at their missions and exhibit greater morale and motivation in a positive way. However, if competition hampers the mission and leads to reduced morale and motivation, competition would be considered to be a negative norm. Teamwork and communication. Teamwork and communication norms are reflected in the visible behaviors where individuals work together and cooperate with one another. Positive norms promote sharing of information and working together to achieve common goals. Negative norms foster individuality, secrecy, and the belief that success is achieved by an attitude of every man for himself. Leadership and supervision. Leadership and supervision norms can enhance or hinder organization contribution and productivity. Positive norms result in supervisors assuming the role of subordinate helpers, trainers, and developers. Negative norms cause supervisors to assume more active roles, like constantly policing and monitoring airmen. Profitability and cost effectiveness. Profitability and cost effectiveness norms determine behaviors with respect to profit and cost consciousness. Positive norms encourage people to save money and reduce costs. Negative norms foster a lack of concern for bottom-line performance. The saying, "It's good enough for government work," is a negative norm that our USAF cannot accept. Customer relations. Customer relations norms result in individual behavior that affects the manner in which a customer is served. Positive norms are directed toward maximizing customer satisfaction. Negative norms lead to viewing the customer as an obstacle to be avoided. Each organization must cultivate a culture that helps develop positive customer relations to ensure our nation can meet any challenge in the most effective manner. Innovativeness and creativity. Innovativeness and creativity norms determine, to a large degree, whether original and creative behaviors are supported and encouraged. Positive norms lead to the stimulation of new ideas and positive change. Negative norms support the status quo and discourage experimentation. In today's environment, we all must encourage everyone to bring innovativeness and creativity to the table to meet the dynamic threats that terrorism has brought to our shores. Training and development. Training and development norms are essential throughout our careers as we grow and cultivate future leaders of our USAF. Positive norms in this group encourage training and view development as essential to the ongoing operation. Negative norms treat development as a non-essential aspect of the operation. Airmen are constantly training to become better equipped and prepared.